On natural resources. Edible oils have now become an indispensable ingredient in kitchens around the globe. About 157 million tons of edible oils are extracted yearly from oil crops worldwide. These refined oils are rich in nutrients, have a long storage life, and are suitable both for salads and for deep frying and roasting. But an edible oil isn't just pressed from the seeds or fruits of oil-rich plants and then filled in a container. Most oils pass through a multi-stage treatment process that removes all undesired accompanying substances and dyestuffs as well as residual impurities. The European market is dominated by rapeseed oil, while in Asia, mainly palm oil in North and South America, soybean oil, and in Eastern Europe sunflower oil are favored materials. Called bleaching earths based on the natural feedstock bentonite, play a decisive role in refining these oils. Bentonite is a mixture of different clay minerals because of its layered structure. It has an enormous water absorption capacity. Its most important constituents are montmorillonite and various accompanying minerals. Bentonite is processed into our product on seal by first mixing it in crushed form with water to prepare an aqueous suspension. In this mixture, the solids are then further crushed until they are finally distributed in the water. During the next process step, mineral acid is added to activate the crude bentonite and increase its surface area, followed by heating it with hot steam in a boiler tank for several hours. In this activation phase, the structure of the bentonite, consisting of layers of silicon and metals like aluminum and iron as well as calcium and magnesium, changes considerably. All the lamella are simultaneously attacked by protons of the acid. An exchange takes place between the calcium and magnesium ions from the interspaces, and aluminum oxide and iron oxide are gradually released from the middle lamella. The protons remain in the interspaces and activate the binding sites of the bentonite. In this way, the surface area of the material increases about 5-fold to 300 square meters per gram. This large surface is required to absorb all the undesired substances and impurities from the oil. The metal ions dissolved in the water are obtained as a byproduct, and are used for phosphate precipitation in wastewater treatment plants. In the filter press, the acid is separated off again and the activated bentonite is washed to free it from acid. The filtered material is dried and milled to an optimal grain size, so it can be completely filtered out of the oil again after use. The bleaching earth tone seal is now ready to absorb all the undesired accompanying substances from the oil. During pressing on the oil, fruits, so-called gums, enter the oil and are eliminated with the aid of citric acid. Not only gums but also dyestuffs and peroxide and even heavy metals and residues of crop protections remain in the oil, which are now removed by means of the bleaching earth. The milled R product is added to the untreated oil in a dosage of about 1% of the total amount. The particles are stirred under vacuum and at about 100 degrees Celsius until they are evenly distributed. The large molecules of the dyestuffs, carotenoids and chlorophyll, and the crop protectant residues are absorbed by the particles. The positively charged heavy metal particles displace the protons in the interior, where they are firmly bound to our product in an exchange process. The catalytic decomposition of peroxide takes place on the outer layer, thereby preventing further oxidation, which would make the oil quickly turn rancid. After the reaction, the particles are filtered out through presses. Finally, deodorization, a steam distillation process, removes the remaining free fatty acids and all the hides under vacuum to stabilize the shelf life and taste. The free fatty acids are used in industry, and the spent R product, with its high calorific value, is used to produce energy, for example in biogas plants. No waste is generated during the process. Bleaching is the world market leader in the purification of edible oils.